Hello, dear aquarist, dear fish keeper, and maybe you, the discus keeper, because you selected this video about the disease, the Discus Marlboro. As a fish doctor, I sometimes get specific cases of fish diseases with betta fish, with guppies, with platies, but today it's about the discus. And I know discus are important in our hobby, important in the aquarium fish industry, and it's worthwhile to spend time. And that's why I had many different videos already produced on diseased discus fish. And they might help you to understand the problems that can occur when you keep discus fish or when you breed discus fish. So check my playlist, go to the different videos I have, and today it's about a diseased Discus Marlboro, which had a very skinny appearance, and we found parasitic worms and a bacterial infection, a mix of problems. See my books on fish diseases? I have different books, and the new illustrated guide to fish diseases has many more details on discus fish with many photographs, many information about prevention, diagnosis, and what medications to use. The link is below. Here, the discus Marlboro, and some become very skinny and very weak. And they will eventually die, and some already died that were suffering. Look how skinny this fish looks like. And some look better. That means they're less infected. You also notice the heavy respiration of this Discus Marlboro. That means something is troubling the gills. And some fish have less troubles, so they might be less infected or not yet, but become a risk to be affected in the coming days and weeks. So always check out this first one because it tells you a lesson that something is going on. Here we see that skinny discus we took out for examination. And the gills were stressed. There was little damage. We could see here in the middle some damage. But we could see these stressed gills. We can see more stressed gills here. Some parts were a little bit damaged, but some other parts of the gills were badly damaged. So some local infection, you can see this is completely deteriorated, rotten away by bacterial infection. Bad for the fish. That's why he's suffering with respiration. And after the dissection of the fish, we found the internal organs not all looking so healthy. Also, the kidneys were too large, but a microscope explains you more what we can see. In the gut, we found eggs. You can see all these little eggs here, which are typical for the eggs of the nematode Capillaria. All those little specks here. Here we see it in a higher magnification. And that is sometimes we find back when we check the excrements of discus fish. That tells you, hey, I have worms in my gut that are producing eggs. So you need to treat me. And here is the big capillaria we can show you. And there are probably more than one or two, mostly there are two or three or big ones, causing a damage to the gut, causing the fish to be weakening and become susceptible to other diseases, particularly bacteria. Here we see a closer examination with the microscope of that large worm. And that is moving and actively and having a bad impact on the health of the fish and also on the health of the gut, particularly on the side. Look, you can see if this worm is moving here and it's damaging the lumen, the wall of the gut. And bad functioning gut is causing serious disease problems, usually most likely bacterial infections. Internally, we found a bad liver. Look at the necrosis in the liver here. Look at the spots, the melanoma centers, bacterial invasion. More here. Healthy tissue is gone. You can see the vacuoles here. Bad tissue, bad healthy organ. Fish becomes infected. The spleen, or even worse. The kidney, bad shape. Look, not nice tubular anymore. The tubes are all filled or bloody or with melanoma centers, invasion of bacteria, etc. So the treatment, well, the parasitic worms are a serious problem and can damage and weaken the discus. And the bacterial infection, the gills and the internal organs are most likely secondary infections, but they are the ones that are killing at the end the fish. So apply an antibacterial treatment as soon as possible. And then combine it, or you can do it, combine it with an anti-Nematode treatment, like, for instance, praziquantel. In my books, I give a lot of details on how to treat nematodes like Capillaria. Ask your fish doctor or your pet shop for advice or read my books. At the same time, a fish food can help the immunity of the fish and repair the fish. I can recommend Dr. BASSLEER BIOFISH FOOD PUMPKIN. My books on fish diseases, particularly the new illustrated guide for the discus lover, a lot of chapters on discus disease, also the discus pest, hole in the head disease, many different things you should learn. If you want to become more professional, you want to become more experienced in fish doctoring, go to my Patreon channel. I have different courses for you, also on prevention of fish diseases, diagnosing fish diseases, many things. And here is the link of my books also below in the description. So, I hope this video helped you to understand why this skinny Marlboro discus was dying. A microscope helped you to show there were Capillaria worms involved and bacterial infection. I hope this helped you to understand fish diseases. And I'm happy you followed this video until the end. Also subscribe to learn more and other videos to come. Thank you for watching.